Hey guys, Iran might close the Strait of Hormuz, so let's see what that means. The Strait of Hormuz is a narrow but vitally important waterway that connects the Persian Gulf to the Arabian Sea. 20 million barrels per day of crude oil, or 20% of global consumption, flows through the Strait of Hormuz. 40% of that is from Saudi Arabia, and 80% of the oil goes to Asian countries like China, South Korea, and Japan. Goldman Sachs says that oil could go above $100 a barrel if the strait is closed. It's currently trading at $77 a barrel. But at the narrowest point, the Gulf is only 21 miles wide. That's really narrow, and that leaves room for people to, shoot missiles and rockets and crap and drones and whatever at these ships coming through. And there's also talk that they could put mines in the water that blow up when ships go by it, so that's pretty dangerous. And so the point here, guys, is that they're saying that Iran voted to authorize their government to close the Strait of Hormuz, but they haven't done it yet. But Zero Hedge is already saying that tanker ships are going away from the Strait of Hormuz. But if you're a prepper, these are the kind of times where you have to really check your preps, make sure you're always driving with a full tank of gas. You don't want to have like a quarter tank of gas and then we have an oil embargo or the Strait of Hormuz shuts down and then you can't get to work. So make sure you have a full tank of gas. When they had the oil embargoes, I think in the 70s, oil was rationed and you had to get in line to get gas, and there was only a certain amount of gas you could buy every day. But like I said, we probably won't have to deal with that in the United States, but if you live in Asia, you might be screwed. So this could really affect, like we said, countries in Asia. That's where most of the impact is going to be. In the United States, we're going to be okay because we're not really dependent on foreign oil. We can make our own oil. But Japan is very dependent on oil from the Strait of Hormuz. I think it says 75% of their oil comes through the Strait of Hormuz. So if it gets shut down, guys, we might not be able to get our anime and our video games from Japan. So I am very concerned about this potential shutdown. Maybe they can make an exemption for Japan because they're not really involved in this conflict. So, I'm sure Iranians, they watch anime too. So hopefully we can get our video games from Japan and this does not happen. But guys, leave a note in the comments what you think we should do. So what's America doing about this? Well, our Secretary of State, Marco Rubio, right now is calling on China to talk to Iran to get him to stop. So I thought we were, arguing with China about the tariffs, but apparently we're counting on them to stop this conflict and escalation with the Strait of Hormuz. So Rubio says, I encourage the Chinese government in Beijing to call them about that because they heavily depend on the Straits of Hormuz for their oil. Is Marco Rubio right? Should we call on China to make a phone call to these people in Iran to get them to stop? Do you agree with Marco Rubio? Let us know in the comments what you would do to stop this from happening. Or maybe you're okay with it. Maybe you have your own supply of gas. Make sure you're checking your preps, and thank you for watching. And if you like this video, please like and subscribe. Thank you. Bye.